Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to the best breakfast show in Singapore, The Big Show with Glenn, Angel, FD, and Shaun. And today being a Tuesday, we have the one and only, the beautiful Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
Morning, and I've got a story to tell. But anyways, I just found out this morning that FD and Angel are working from home all this time.
Our bosses don't want anyone to know, but it's okay.
The way you expose us, right, Dr. Jerry?
Yeah, I know.
Exposed. Oh no.
But in line with what the government is encouraging how the workplace works from home.
That's true.
Good save.
That's
You're
true.
backpedaling for sure.
And we all have different backgrounds, and so it's hard for people to tell. Like,
Yes.
Now everyone knows that Shaun and FD are in the studio, and Angel and myself are working from home.
That's right. You can tell from the virtual backdrop.
That's
My-
right.
if
And
you're
I'm not
watching us.
I'm not practicing social distancing, by the way, because my gals are so close to me. They're just behind me. There, ladies and gentlemen, this is for those of you who are watching us on the Big Show TV, I'm pointing. This is Lisa. This is Jisoo. This is Jenny. And
Jenny,
this is
this
Rose. Give it up, everyone, for Blackpink.
In your area.
If you're wondering what Glenn is on about, just watch us on the Big Show TV on Facebook on 1FM 91.3's page.
And you know what? Speaking of Blackpink, you never know. They might end up on our greatest hits of all time countdown. I don't know.
That is true.
Speaking
That
of
is
which,
true.
we are going to be playing very, very soon song 403 on the countdown. But right now, we focus on Dr. Geraldine Tan. Jerry, what are we doing this morning?
We are going to talk about Endemic here. We're going to live with COVID, and we've just introduced how we've lived with COVID. Half our workplace is not in the workplace, but at home.
That's right.
And I'm welcoming you from my home.
Oh, I was about to ask you.
Wonder.
Yeah.
I
You're
thought
in
it
your
was
living
different.
room.
Yes, that's why I said I've got a story to tell. And I don't know why my life is so dramatic. Being the people psychologist, I ride the wave, each wave, somehow or other with every single one. So this show is really for everyone out there today.
Oh.
Okay,
I'm at
fantastic.
home because last week I was exposed to a family who were COVID positive.
Oh,
Wow.
Yes.
okay.
So it was so not dramatic. Actually, my team was really amazing, and I think this is how we live with the whole endemic, or live with it endemically, right? And immediately, because we only knew it the next day, at the end of the day. And it was children that were tested positive before the parents were tested positive.
Oh.
But the
Okay.
entire family was with me. Okay, it's not the entire family, but the kid had to come with the parents, right?
Right.
So the family was in the room with me for a solid hour.
Oh. Wow.
We were all masked. And we were like, okay, so what should we do? So immediately those of us who were close contact, because half of us weren't in the office anyways. So the half that was had to do the right thing by self-isolating. Yes. But oh boy, the worries that went through our heads. We were worried about our elderly parents. I was worried about my little girl who's not vaccinated. So I don't know how many more parents, were worried, or are worried at this point. We've heard many parents said, "Oh, I'm worried about my child who's not vaccinated." It is true.
Yeah.
True, because when they don't have the vaccination, how would they manage? How would their bodies manage the illness, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, yep.
Okay, let's continue to talk to Jerry live on the Big Show TV while we continue with 1FM 91.3's greatest hits of all time countdown. We're into the 400s, as I mentioned earlier on. This is song 403. This is ABBA, Fernando on 1FM 91.3. Can you hear the bells, Fernando?
Jerry, out of curiosity, so did you get an SMS or were you told by the family? What happened? Just very briefly.
Yes,
what was the
so
process?
we were informed by the family that so they very, very kindly told us the next day, right after they had their PCR testings done, the results in. And we were all informed, as in the family informed us, the parents informed us. So that's why we took that decision to then say, okay, let's self-isolate. Let's do the right thing. Let's do the socially responsible, step.
And how long are you self-isolating for?
So that was the interesting thing. We thought we would do the 10 days, and test 357. And on Sunday, I got the health risk warning. That's why I say my life is so exciting.
Oh,
Wow.
what was the warning for? That same exposure?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So the health risk warning came on Sunday only for me. Because close contacts, the definition of close contact is more than 15 minutes, less than 2 meters.
Oh,
wow,
right.
okay,
right.
okay.
And how many days after was it from when you met them that you got the health risk warning? You met them on what day?
It was the fifth day already.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It does take some time.
But how
Jerry,
would they know, though? Sorry, FD. How would they know how far apart you were from these infected people?
So I would recommend everyone to keep their Bluetooth on.
Oh, right.
Tokens on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was probably in the background.
that.
So yeah, the tokens and our apps that were exchanging information, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of all the people in your office, it was only you, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Thank goodness.
Sorry.
for
Hey,
that.
girls, move back a little bit, please. Yeah, I felt
Jerry,
Jenny touching
can you
me.
just explain very briefly what's your home isolation like?
As in my experience, or what the health risk warning was?
No, your experience at home now. How are you? How is the home isolation?
That's the
What's it
whole
like?
idea I wanted to share with everyone. I think the isolation itself is okay. I don't have to stay in the room or anything like that because it's a voluntary self-isolation, right? But I think what really got to me, and if work wasn't around and if I didn't have this to look forward to, it would have been much, much worse. I think it was the worry. It was the worry, the immense worry for all the team members who were worried about their family. My heart goes out to the family, and thank goodness the kids are much, much better now. Everybody's so worried now.
Yeah.
And were the kids under 12 or above?
Under 12.
They were under 12 as well. Okay.
Yeah, so I was really worried for the little kids. Right now they are fine.
Okay.
It's the adults that have now are in recovery, so they are also on home recovery program.
Right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the worry is just eating, me up during the self-isolation.
And does the rest of your family have to stay home as well?
No, so all of us did ART every day. And
Okay.
as long, so the new measures, right? As long as you test ART negative, you can go out. So they would go out, but we limit to only essentials.
Yeah.
I chose to stay at home just because that's the other thing, because I was so worried. And usually when I'm worried, my throat goes. So I was having a horrible scratchy throat. And then I was like, oh no, is it? So it plays on
Yeah.
your mind,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you start feeling, oh, maybe I'm feeling a little bit of that lethargy, the malaise.
I can't smell, I can't taste anymore.
No. I took very strong foods. So there were the curries, just to tantalize the taste buds and go, see, I still can taste and I still can smell.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. How you still look so fantastic, I have no idea. If I were you, I'd be like freaking out. You know?
Yeah.
And I'll be so frustrated and all that because there was one occasion where I had to go for a PCR test because I was at Ion. Remember that whole Ion shut down for a few days and all that. And I was cursing and swearing, man. I'm like, of all days, I had to go down and do my hair. You know, it's like.
And how long you gotta be home for?
Yeah.
No, so it's really
Up to
a
you.
voluntary thing because I'm negative, but I was really very, very worried about, the throat and wondering whether it would develop into something. But safe to say that I was just stressed.
It won't.
And you've
But
been
you see, again,
Think positive, be positive.
but again, you see, this is it. You had a COVID positive person in the same room with you for an hour. This is the importance of wearing your masks and wearing them properly.
Yes.
You know, it is such an important message that
Yeah,
you've got.
because I mean, you say more than 15 minutes. People are on the trains in close proximity to other people for more than 15 minutes. A lot of the time, travel from one end of Singapore to the other. So, FD is right. At least put your mask on properly.
and wear it properly. You have to wear
So
it.
all of us were masked, including the little boy, and we were all fine.
Yeah,
Good.
that's good.
That's
That's good.
good.
I was about to say, I mean, you've been very busy because over the weekend it was World Mental Health Day, and I think you made an appearance on a few other shows as well. So you've been really busy, Jerry.
And I was very, very grateful because when I decided to do the self-voluntary isolation, I thought I had to forgo the little talk, the panel discussion on Saturday with Minister Desmond and the People's Association. But that's the amazing thing how we've lived with it, right? There was
Virtual.
a backup plan, and they said, don't worry about it. We'll just Zoom you in.
Yeah.
Just come online. Here's the link, with everyone else. We'll pin you. And I was like, oh, wow. This is amazing. This is how we're going to live with it. And we learn how to be flexible.
Back in the day, it was like, no, it can't go on. I mean, we'll find a replacement. It's impossible if you don't turn up. Yeah.
Exactly. I was pleasantly surprised, and I was more, intrigued by how flexible, the pandemic has taught us to be. Never say no. Nothing is impossible. Let's try and let's see what works. And I had a beautiful afternoon.
Say yes first, figure it out later.
Okay, we're going back on air, okay? Hold on.
Stand by.
Paul Abdul, song 402. That's 402 on the countdown. We're counting down the greatest hits of all time. Moving towards number one, which will be revealed this coming Friday. And, if you're following us on Instagram, you would have seen Dr. Jerry as well, telling us about her favorite song by Kelly Clarkson. And she's hoping that song will be number one on the countdown. Well, let me just tell you, Jerry, I don't think it will. What's the title of the song again?
Sorry?
What's the title of the Kelly Clarkson song
By P.
Piece by Piece.
I
don't
that
think I've
was
even heard of it.
Song number 914.
Just outside the countdown.
Just outside. Yeah.
But you know what? We should play that song
Yeah, it's a
one
good
of these days. Just to, maybe tomorrow we'll just play a sample of that song.
Okay.
Because I don't think many people have heard that song.
I haven't heard it.
It
Yeah,
must be
piece by
very
piece.
meaningful for Jerry to single it out
I can find it.
as her, favorite song and her guess for the number one song
No, listen
this
to
year.
it. It's got a bittersweet story behind it, but
Yeah.
I think during this this endemic, it is building ourselves piece by piece back together again.
Oh,
See, I
Nice.
told you there must be
Yeah.
a backstory to it, and that's the reason
Yes.
why Jerry chose it. Anyway, that was song 402 on the countdown. Paula Abdul, Rush Rush, and a reminder once again for you guys to go to 1fm.sg to vote for your number one song. All right, guess the number one song contest, and we have prizes worth a total of $1,700 to be won. Okay, back with Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room right now.
Yes.
Jerry is staying at home because she was exposed to a few people who tested positive, and we've been chatting with her on the Big Show TV about her experience at home. But you're doing well, Jerry.
It is, and I'm really glad with for all the people, my team, and the clients, because we had to convert many of them onto Zoom. And they were very understanding. Some chose to postpone their appointments, others chose to come online, and we had sessions. So later on, I'll still have sessions. So I'm still working from home. It's not that I'm not working from home. Yeah, but the clients have been very, very forgiving. And I want to give a huge shout out to Jacqueline. She owns Jack Bakes, and I asked her, does she mind sending a food package to a whole family who has COVID?
Oh.
And she says, no worries, no problem. I'm gonna send it. When do you need it?
Yeah.
So the food package will be sent this week to send some love and care to the family.
That's lovely. That's
Very
really, really
nice.
Jack
nice.
Bakes. How do you spell that? Jack as in J-A-Q or what?
JAQ
J-A-Q.
Bakes.
Bakes.
Okay.
BAKE apostrophe S.
Okay.
Very nice. Very nice.
You know, Jerry, earlier this morning you were saying how parents are so worried about their children with COVID-19.
Yep.
And yet, when the VTLs were announced, so many parents came out and went, oh, now I can't travel because my kids can't travel with me. My under 12s can't travel with me. What am I going to do? I didn't understand that.
I think everybody is just reacting. So we have a lot of people during this period of time feeling a bit angsty, a bit, tension filled, and they react before they actually think. But many of these parents, after they have sat down, calmed down, they would understand that measures will be rolled out first. And then, with feedback, there will be tweaks happening, which has happened.
Which has happened now because
Yes.
now the under 12s can travel.
So it was a knee-jerk
Exactly.
reaction that they had.
Yeah, so most of us tend to react. And
I
we react.
was very surprised when parents said that. I mean,
Yeah. Because I think they are just so tired. They are just so tired of everything that is going on.
Yeah.
So I would say everyone just take 2 steps back.
Right.
It would just help all of us.
Chill.
We are with Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. We continue to talk to Jerry on the Big Show TV. But right now, let's continue with 1FM 91.3's greatest hits of all time countdown. The Queen of Pop, Madonna, is at 401. This is Vogue. Good morning.
I have that song if you want, Dr. Jerry.
Piece by piece.
piece by piece. Yeah, let's.
Yeah, but we can
should
only
play
play
a
like
little.
5
10
seconds.
seconds. 5 seconds, yeah.
Okay, that's all you need to
Okay,
know.
yeah, okay. Because if
It
not,
sounds like that there.
Facebook will cancel us.
Great track.
Yes,
That
yes.
sounds quite good, actually.
Yeah.
I think everyone that wants, they can go and Google it.
Yeah, they can.
Later when we go on air, maybe we can play a little bit of it.
It'll be the same
Facebook, yeah. We can do it after 9.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's right, because
Yeah.
we are on Facebook as well. I keep on forgetting. It's very tricky,
Yes.
Because the
Very
moment we
true.
play more than 7 seconds of the song,
They'll shut us down.
They'll shut us down. Yeah.
Yeah, for the rest of the day.
Yeah. That's
Quite
why last week they were shut down. Karma, is it?
Yeah.
They were shut down for quite a while, and then that chap, Mark, what's his face, lost $6
Zuckerberg.
billion. Right there, you go.
the Zuck.
Yeah.
The Zucks.
Come, chameleon.
So, Dr. Jerry, you are currently under HRW, is it?
Yes, health risk
Health
warning.
risk. So what's it? There's HRW, there's HRA, there's LOA, there's QO.
No, so now they
CTE,
only
PIE.
give QO and health risk warning HR.
No more HRA, health risk assessment or something. Health risk something
Alert.
else.
That means
Okay.
you are in the vicinity for about 24 hours, but you're not close enough.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's just an
It's
alert.
a
Just check.
possible
Yeah.
exposure.
Oh, so that was the alert
Yeah.
that used to be on our Trace Together, that little red
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
this one, you're
It's
warning
close contact.
close contact. Okay, for more than
Close contact.
15
But
minutes.
they will give you they will encourage you to self isolate for 10 days. But if you test ART negative, you are able to go out.
So no PCR tests.
No need PCR
Okay.
tests. So we are moving towards endemic, and I think it is much, much healthier, but it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that the worries are not there. So therefore, I wanted to highlight to everyone, it doesn't mean that it's negative. You are exempted or immune from worrying. Your worries will still be there.
Okay.
Yes, and I have, you know, it was such a silly thing because Shaun told me this morning. I sent a package over to the radio station
Yesterday afternoon.
Taking your time.
Shaun said this morning, "Oh, I can't get it.
Yeah.
The parcel room
Center
is
is not
Yeah.
open.
Not
is
open yet.
not open until 9 a.m. I was like, oh my God, are you serious? and then I found out that both of you were like at home.
No, we're not. Yeah, we're not.
La, la, la,
Okay.
la, la.
Okay,
Still
okay.
But
I
you
have
did
to-
get one to Julian, I believe.
Yes.
It's upside
Yes,
down.
I got
There
it.
you go.
So
I got it.
The honest
Yes.
cookie.
Fortune cookies.
Julian,
got
Julian,
two.
you and I are the only ones that have it today.
Oh.
The rest of them is stuck in the parcel room.
Right.
Yeah.
So we are the fortunate ones to have the fortune
I don't have
cookie.
2, Angel. I've got like 5.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you can open one for each of us then.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
that? There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. I've got
Actually, that
5.
is true. That is true.
Yeah.
But these honest cookies is by SOS Samaritans of Singapore. And lovely partners that I work with, and they have come up with a little fortune cookie that has a slip of paper inside that encourages us to have honest conversations.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Love that.
You didn't tell me that. You told me it was you want to send us cookies. So I thought, to eat. I
It's
mean,
a
you can pick
fortune
up
cookie,
anytime.
Shaun.
Right? How
She
you didn't tell me it was a
are
fortune cookie.
She wanted
They
to
are
surprise
cookies.
us, you see.
They
See?
are fortune cookies with a slip of paper inside.
Fortune cookies
Yeah.
are real life cookies, John.
Yeah.
I thought for us to eat, so never mind. I can pick
They
up at
are
9
for you to eat. You can still eat them.
Yeah.
They're yummy.
No, as in
I
we won't
love
get them
fortune
But
today.
cookies.
before we launch into this fortune cookie, you know, I'm going to teach us 5 things to do. Is it 5 things? Yes, I think it's
Yeah,
5.
okay.
4 things. 4 things to
4
do. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
She's lost her.
It's okay.
It's just a
sense of
stay at home.
It's okay.
Now.
This is a little bit
This
of
is
a.
what happens when you isolate, Jerry.
But later, when you go on air, you know, please mention this again. So you see, this is a little run through right now.
Practice.
So when you're on air later, it'll be perfect.
Okay. I will say 5. I will not forget 5 or 4. 5.
5. Okay, 5.
Okay, to have an honest conversation, I have 5 little tips. 1, put away all devices.
Oh.
We've got our devices away.
You cannot already.
Second, look at the person. I want you to look, but not stare. No, Shaun,
Oh,
don't
sorry.
stare.
I'm looking into your eyes.
You will see what you mean to me.
Yes. The third thing is to listen. And then you feel, not use your hands to feel, okay? Use your heart to feel.
This is what happens when you work with a bunch of boys.
Yes, it must be specific, you know. And then the 5th thing is to respond. And we respond by, you know, an action, a movement, like, you know, nodding our heads, or a sound like what FD did.
You've already lost Glenn. He's not even paying attention.
He's doing number 1.
I'm dealing with a few people at the same time. But don't worry, I'm still listening. I'm multitasking here. I am.
Multitasker.
Jerry, I am. No.
Yes.
Glenn's a multitasker.
I am
Angel is
multitasker.
like the principal.
Yes.
You know?
She's the class monitor.
What were the 5 steps, Glenn?
The first step.
She's going to be repeating that when we go on radio, you see, later.
She's trying to help.
That's why.
Okay.
Love it.
Sorry. I'm putting like a few things together because tomorrow we're going to have another doctor on the show tomorrow, Dr. Ashok Karup, just to touch on the COVID situation again. So
From infectious diseases.
sorry,
yeah.
I'm just getting a few messages coming in.
You know
We're
what's
not
quite
having an honest conversation here.
No.
I will when we go on the radio.
Oh.
Jerry, it's very interesting. Your first point, right? Put your devices away. It was so funny. The other day, I was at my daughter's house, and we go over there because we do mass on TV, right? We'd done mass, we'd done dinner, and whatever. And I reached for my phone, and she turned to me and she said, "We're talking, Dad."
Oh.
And
wow.
and suddenly I realized that exactly as you were saying, I wasn't listening to what was going on around me. I wasn't feeling what was happening. To me, dinner was over. Reach for the phone. Autopilot. And she just went, we're talking, Dad.
It just
put
means
it away
that
for a while.
she's not interesting enough, lah.
No, I don't think
nothing
it was
happening in the world that has changed since we started dinner. No one needs you. No one's
Raise
looking
her
for you.
well.
Yeah,
All I can say,
yeah.
you raised
But
her
quite
well.
interesting that putting the device
Yeah.
away there.
Yeah. Well, you guys are so patient with your kids, boy. I'm like, hello, I brought you guys into this world. Just sit
I can
there.
do whatever I want.
Yes, exactly.
I
If not, you guys will
Values,
starve.
right?
No, but I can't do that because I've from a very young age I've taught them to express themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they've got
Which was a
something
big
to say,
mistake.
say it. I've also taught them at times you will say this and you will antagonize people, you will anger people, you will hurt people, but you need to say what you need to say
Tactfully.
tactfully.
Yeah, exactly.
As tactfully
Tactfully.
as you can.
Okay, the next thing you need to say is traffic first.
Tactfully, if not, I'll punch you.
Do your traffic tactfully.
And then come
Okay, here we
come
go.
back to this. Come back to this. Stand by.
We apologize. People who are watching us know exactly what FD was talking about, but people who are listening to us on the radio have no idea what he was referring to, and we don't have time to explain. So right now, let's get back to Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. Jerry, you've got some cookies, fortune cookies from the Samaritans of Singapore. Tell us a little bit more.
Yes. So it is fortune cookies inside, and they want to encourage us to speak to each other and have honest conversations. So I have 5 points that we can follow. The first point is put away all devices. Second, look at the person. Look, don't stare. Listen to the person. Feel with your heart, not with your hands. And respond by a sound or an action like nodding your head or just going okay, or just silence, no movement, no talk, just your presence. Yes, and with that, Julian can help us open one of it and see.
Julian Ko
Very
is on the
happy
show,
to-
everybody.
Julian Ko
Editor
is
of
here.
SG Karmat. He's joined us earlier at the request of Dr. Geraldine Tan.
I'm just here to have cookies, man.
These are
Opening up
fortune
now.
cookies.
And Julian, you'll be opening them on our behalf because we are tasking you today to be the fortune cookie
Sure.
teller.
Sure,
Or the
sure.
fortune teller cookie or something like that.
Oh.
No, don't eat first.
No,
Just read
it
the
tastes
thing
good, huh?
first.
We trust him to open it, he eats it.
Okay, so what does the first piece of
Break
paper
it.
say?
Oh,
A bit higher.
He's
Show us
got
in the
it.
just hold
camera.
it higher.
Yeah.
So we can see.
No, he
Oh,
went back.
okay.
Yeah,
It's really cool. It's got like 3 different languages. Very
Pick
thoughtful.
the one you can read, yeah.
Have you at any point in time felt like a burden?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at how different these fortune cookies are. I mean, Jerry mentioned it on the Big Show TV earlier on. These are not fortune cookies, but they encourage you to talk about things, right?
I think the cookie is called the honest cookie, right? Not the fortune cookie. There you go, the honest cookie.
The honest cookie. Okay.
Okay, that's a great take on traditional fortune
What's
cookie.
a really, really good conversation starter, I have to say? Have you at any point in life felt like a burden?
It is.
Yeah.
Good for your next dinner party.
Yes. So Julian is asking everyone. Everyone is trying to think how to answer. So these are questions that hit right to the heart, and you really have to look within and put your devices away, look, listen, feel, and then respond.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Never.
Yeah.
I've never felt like a burden.
He didn't think about that, really. Yeah.
Honestly, I tell you what, the red cards come up. When we come back, I'll answer that question.
All right. Right now, let's continue with 1FM 91.3's greatest hits of all time countdown. Who's at number 399? The Red Hot Chili Peppers. Here's Californication on The Big Show.
Great track.
Yep.
Okay, so Julian opened up and he's now eating the honest cookie.
Yep.
And what was the conversation starter, Julian?
Have you at any point in time felt like a burden?
You know, without thinking, I would say no. I think even after my heart attack, I wasn't really a burden because I could handle myself. But as Jerry said, stop, think, and then respond. I'll tell you when I was a burden. When I was in school,
Okay.
I was a burden to my parents because now I can reflect and say I never really put in the effort that I should have. And that must have been incredibly worrying for them. Therefore, me being a burden.
But then we all have to feel that way then.
Yeah, that's true.
And now I feel terrible, thanks.
This is just how I feel. This is just
Yeah,
how
but I
feel.
think all kids at some point in time feel like they're a burden at that time because not everyone
I never
would
thought it
think
at that
they're-
time.
At that time, no?
No, I never thought it at that time. I'm thinking it now.
No.
At 65, I'm thinking it now.
Yeah. I'm thinking like if you don't want to be a burden, and at this point of our lives, if you don't want to be a burden, then be better. Live
Yes.
better, right? Because, I mean, if you end up like ill or whatever, and you start
healthier,
thinking back
yes.
like, hey, you know what? I brought this upon myself.
Yes.
Then it's like you are a burden to the family. If it's something that I mean, if you've taken care of yourself and all that, and something does happen, then you can still say to yourself, I've done, all that I can. But if you're in a position right now that's not good for the entire family and you've brought it upon yourself, then yes.
True. Like you don't care about yourself then.
You
And
know what I
also
mean?
build up your bank account to be financially stable so that if something does happen, you're not a financial burden on anyone else, right? Whether you become ill or, lose a job or whatever it is, that's important as well, right?
Yeah.
I think the importance of the questions and that conversation is not our opinion about the answer. So we're not to judge the answer because everyone is entitled to how they feel. So FD is definitely entitled to how you feel about the question and what your answer is. So it's important for us to listen without judgment. I think that is something that all the practitioners would like to encourage for a mentally healthy society, to listen without prejudice, listen without judgment.
Yeah,
But
but
Jerry, can't we honestly then say, but that is an incredibly difficult thing to do?
So we practice. We practice and we practice and we get there. Like with any skill, practice makes perfect.
Because judgment is almost an immediate reaction that everyone has, right? Whether you say it or not.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So like a knee-jerk reaction to the policies and the measures being rolled out, a knee-jerk reaction to many things that come into our spaces. Yeah, yeah. But the question is powerful. The answer is even more powerful because it is so much more important to the person that we need to appreciate the words that the person gives us. Any words
Yeah.
that the person gives us.
Yeah, but
What is your
some people give you whiny answers. You know what I
What
mean?
does your honest cookie say, Jerry?
I haven't opened it, so I shall open mine.
Because
And
Julian, you can eat some of the
Julian's got
cookies.
4 more to open.
I
There you
know,
go.
man.
Wow, do I have enough
it looks
time?
like that.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yes, it looks like that.
Looks like my mouth gut.
That's his
Glenn.
honest cookie.
That's being
you
really
to do
honest.
I'll show you
man.
guys my mouth gut one
No,
of these
it's
days.
okay. We don't want to know.
Okay.
No, we
So
don't
when
see.
you break it, it's like that. And I feel like I'm doing unboxing,
Yeah.
for-
You're doing well. You're doing well.
Okay.
You
and
can be
then
influencer
you
now.
just pull it out. And how come yours only has 3 languages? Mine has 4 languages, Julian.
Oh,
Oh, maybe I saw it wrongly. I don't know.
maybe
He put on his
the
reading
therapist
glasses.
has 4 languages.
Yeah.
Regular people have 3.
Hers is the premium version.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you coping now?
Oh.
Then
What a
easy peasy.
strange question.
I
It's
know.
like, made for me or something like, how am I coping now? How are you coping now?
It's made for you, Jerry. How are you coping?
Let me guess, Jerry, 7. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're on a 7.
Let you guess. Oh,
I'm just saying, you know what?
He's trying to speak for me. you see.
Unsolicited.
right. But Dr. Jerry, I mean, you ask so many people how they're doing. How are you doing today?
There you go. She's
Thank you for asking.
She spent the first 20 minutes talking about that, right?
Yeah. So I did. I spent the first 20 minutes talking about it and sharing my experience.
But your emotions.
For the initial first 2 days, so the day that I found out my hands and feet were cold. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I was right at the bottom, there. Not quite at the bottom, but at a 3. But today I'm feeling really good.
Good.
Raring to go. I think it's because of all of you. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Anytime you need a smile, just jump on in.
No, but we're all a good time. I mean, I'm sure Julian
I'm
kind
happy
of
to be
like,
part of this.
There
I'm
you
very
go.
happy to be part of this.
and
Amazing.
Yes,
and we're
thank
so
you.
happy to be with you guys as well. I know I am.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, Jerry.
We're
Go.
very happy. So today it is, close to an 8 or 9.
Oh, great.
Oh, that
That's
is
fantastic.
But yesterday was a 7 lah. I mean, I want to be
Yesterday
right.
was a 7.
There you go.
So a lot of
Man.
worries.
You're right.
Yep. I'll let you speak for me. It's okay.
Right?
Oh, wow.
Boom.
Yes. So when we speak, I love the fact that all of you are responding to me. I love the fact that you're listening to what I was saying, even though it was 20 minutes ago. Thank you, Shaun.
No problem.
No, now he's not listening very
I say no
much.
problem.
Hey, but I love these cookies, man. These cookies rock.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
really good.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
very
all of you have, I think you have to find some way to get it to Angel.
For sure.
And,
For sure.
Yeah,
No,
to
but-
Easy
everyone.
enough.
Where
Do
can-
we have time to open one more cookie from Julian?
But
Just one more, just
where
to
can
see
where
what it
can
says.
people? Yeah, please go ahead and open it. Where can people buy these cookies? I think these cookies are great.
Yeah, they are.
So you have to go to the website. You can go to the SOS website, and then I think they have a link there.
Okay.
Yeah. A bit 老花, so the back is quite small. I cannot see the address.
Oh.
Oh, it's small
Okay,
written.
mine
It's
says,
small.
"What's the one thing you found challenging lately?"
Oh.
That's a
Right,
good
okay.
question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So much to say.
this one we don't have to ask Jerry again because we know.
No, don't ask me.
FD got a lot to say, is it?
FD got a lot to say. Okay,
I don't know.
but
I think recently I found it very challenging for my daughter to actually like me.
oh, wow.
Yeah. It kind of feels that way. I just had a conversation with my wife. I was just telling her, you know what, it's really tough, man. It's just tough times, man. It's just like,
You're so funny because your daughter is so young. You know, this, I tell you, this means one thing, that he is going to have a fantastic relationship with his daughter when she grows up.
True.
Yes.
Because
Fingers crossed, man.
How old is she again?
2, right?
She's two. She's coming 3.
see,
She's fine. She's
Because
don't worry about
you're
it.
working it
Terrible
out
things,
right
that's all.
now, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
You're working all the kinks out. Yeah.
She hates me. Trust me.
No, she doesn't.
She's
hate
going to be
you.
daddy's girl, trust me.
Yes.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
1
I don't
minute.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had to bribe her with McDonald's yesterday morning before school.
You're not the only parent who's bribed a child.
No,
with
We've all
McDonald's.
done it.
Yeah. You're not the only parent.
Even then,
She still hates you.
Yeah, she still hates me. She just looks at me, she-
Because you didn't get her a
she
Happy
looks at me
Meal.
and she just says, "Papa, I want mama," and I just go, "Oh, okay."
That doesn't mean
well."
she hates you.
Yeah,
Every
but,
child
she-
wants their
She
mother.
doesn't want me to put her to bed. She doesn't want me to do things with her. The moment my
Aw.
wife appears, suddenly Papa becomes transparent.
I'm sure there are a lot of dads out there that feel the same way.
Let's
Julian,
talk about it one of these days.
I
Let's
think
therapize, Julian.
one of the things you need to do, Julian,
Wait, we're going
is
back.
when
Wait,
your
hold on.
daughter is
on.
with your wife, keep your eyes open.
Okay,
See what she's doing.
What is she doing?
okay, hold
Okay,
on.
then, Evelyn, now you see
Yep.
you do traffic.
Coming up, song 397. But right now, we go back to Jerry and Julian. We're just talking about the cookies, the Honest Cookie from Samaritans of Singapore. And if you guys want to get those cookies, you can go to the Samaritans of Singapore website. I think it's samaritansofsingapore.com.sg.
No, it's
I'm just guessing.
Google, you'll find
sos.org.sg.
it.
Close enough, right?
Same.
Easier.
SOS, what again? SOS?
sos.org.sg.
.org.sg.
Yes.
Okay. Hey,
Good
speaking of
try, though. Good try.
He does
just
try, he does
whacking it on here. I think in life sometimes
just whack.
I just whack too much.
You do.
It's
You do.
like-
So, Dr. Jerry, any final words?
Yes, so we were talking about having honest conversations, and I want to just have everybody think about it. You know, the word listen and the word silent are both made up of the same letters. So think
wow.
about it.
Oh.
Yes. So sometimes in order to listen, we have to be silent in our actions, silent in our words, and silent in our hearts.
Right.
So we can listen.
Right.
That's lovely.
Leaving you with Julian, and I shall take my leave. Thank you, Julian, for coming on and opening that fortune cookie, the honest cookie for all of us. Thank you so much.
I'm very happy to. I'm very happy. Thank you so much for sending the cookies over yesterday. I really appreciate it. I think it's a really, really cool conversation starter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? You should give your 2-year-old daughter or 3-year-old daughter 3, right? 3,
A
right?
cookie.
Yep.
A cookie.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's here.
Now we have the
finally got it.
package. Oh, it's here.
Okay, bye-bye. We put it ourselves. No time already.
You know what's going to happen now, Angel. They're going to finish all the
we're
cookies.
never getting our cookies.
Ooh.
So that's fine.
I'm gonna eat all the cookies. I'm a bit hungry
We'll
right
open
now.
it and take photos and send it to you.
Oh, thanks, Sean.
And you know, Jerry, you mentioned early on about listen and keeping silent and all that. Most of the time we want to keep silent, but it's hard for us to keep silent.
Yeah. You wouldn't have any content on radio if we did.
No. When you are having an honest conversation with someone, not when you're doing your job.
Oh, I see.
Ooh, look at the amount of
Throw
cookies
one to
in
me.
there.
Throw one over to me.
You
Whoa,
got-
hey.
I threw it.
Okay,
Alright.
Glenn, quickly open it up
Okay,
before Jerry
yeah.
goes.
Very
Let's see what the last
We got
question
20
is.
seconds.
Let's see what this is.
Quickly, what's the last statement? Quickly.
Oh,
Why you whack the whole
I'm like
thing?
Julian. I can't resist. Okay, here we go. Alright.
Oh no, he can't see.
We're on air. You're on first.
Okay. When was the last time you grieved?
Wow.
Not too long
Oh,
ago, actually.
that's a tough one,
You have to end with such a heavy question, right?
right?
But I'm not gonna cry
Go
or
into it.
whatever. But yeah, twice, man. This year at the start when my dad passed,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
just a couple of weeks ago, when a good friend Chris Ho passed on.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
but I'm okay now. Okay.
Yay! And you're
More
having
cookies
cookies.
for
There you
everyone.
go.
Oh,
More
hey, these cookies are good. You know why? They're not too sweet also. I like that.
Can dip in my copio.
Thank you so much, Jerry. You take care of
next week.
yourself, okay?
Hi, Jerry.
Yes, I will. See you all next week.
See you
Jerry's at
next
home.
week.
Bye.
Bye bye.